Alright, just gonna begin. Hey, Washer Enforcer, how's it going? It was regarding the gaming document, right? I saw something like that this morning.
I've never been here before.
I need to actually make time and look very carefully at that email.
I can't carry anymore.
I certainly appreciate that, sir.
I can't carry anymore.
Looks like Arcane's Valor is here. That's pretty good.
Now where would I put this? And so, locked beyond the gateway of blood, and past the hall of fire, valor awaits for the hero of light to awaken. I have no room.
I never actually tried this before. Ah, turns out that works.
Greetings!
Now where would I put this? Now where would I put this? I can't carry anymore.
Hey ZLG. I'm doing alright. Hope all is well. I hope all has been well for you.
I can't carry anymore. I can't cast that here.
Greetings!
Good day. How may I serve you?
How do I aggro enemies when they're through the door?
Now where would I put this? can't carry anymore. I have no room. I have no room. Not enough mana. I have no room.
Greetings! Greetings!
That's not what I was trying to do at all. Man, I hate it has a high chance of missing. Have a good night, 4X.
Not enough mana.
I appreciate you stopping by. There are way too many times where the fire blast just completely misses. Way too many times.
Greetings!
What ails you, my friend?
Mana. Now where would I put this? I can't get there from here.
Come on.
Greetings!
Hello, good friend.
Hey, Jaime. I hope all is well with you today. Well, that sounds cool.
Beyond the Hall of Heroes lies the Chamber of Bone. Eternal death awaits any who would seek to steal the treasures secured within this room. So speaks the Lord of Terror, and so it is written. I can't carry anymore.
That's a whole lot of archers there. And so are these guys. So many of them. I know they're all just waiting in this one meeting room, looking to take me out.
Not enough mana.
It's possible. Yeah, specific. Yeah, let's say like specific clan had birthday party, and they're inviting. What was it? It's a Night Clan birthday party. I think that's what it is. Night Clan members only. Oh my gosh. That can't be good. Assassin has decided to crash the Night Clan party.
Not enough mana.
They're like, what happened to the rest of our clan members? Assassin would be like, I killed them all, and I'm gonna kill you guys. Just meet me around this corner. Meet her around the corner and get the work. Oh wait, there were two more. Knife of power. All right, all right. Oh wait, I should be able to... Nope, never mind. I don't have anywhere near the amount of magic required to read that.
Greetings! Greetings!
Now where would I put this?
I want to say almost done with level 6. Almost done. Oh, not again. Are those unique monsters? Nope, they're not unique. They are Night Clan. They don't mess around. Kidding. If these guys think they're bad, they should have seen what I did to the other guys that from the party. Oh, come on. Oh, man. Ha. Oh, guys, I was in the middle of destroying barrels and you're all shooting at me? Rude. Oh, not at all. Berserker has a tendency of making things a lot easier. I think I have a better idea. Right here ought to be good. Yeah. And as soon as I open this door, both of them are going to open. Here we go with this waiting game. I'm guessing when they get to a certain amount of health taken away from them, they just refuse to take a step further despite being invisible. Because as soon as the flame goes away, they all suddenly show up. So it's not enough that these monsters in particular are invisible. They simply refuse to take a step towards you. They would much rather wait in a spot while being invisible until you suddenly approach them, then they reveal and try to attack you all at once. How unfortunate for them, because I really hate invisible monsters. They made a terrible mistake of being invisible. What the crap? Oh my goodness, man. Hate that mess. I think I'll know what to do. Golem ought to reveal them at least. Keep them from hiding. Now, doors can't be destroyed, but they can be blocked. Hey, Sandy Oreos. I appreciate you stopping by.
I have no worries.
Understood. I can't believe I botched my first attempt on Purgatory. Well, that's great. I look forward to seeing their progression. Have you been live streaming them lately? The infested cellar.
Good day.
Yeah,
How
that
may
one
I
can be a
serve you?
problem. That one can most definitely be a problem. You want to know the craziest part? On horror difficulty, that map actually makes
Good day.
the infested
How
cellar
may I
more
serve you?
tolerable. As opposed to how it is on Purgatory and Doom. Oh my goodness. The ones on Purgatory and Doom, all I could think about was the dev definitely wanted players to suffer whoever went to that quest. Yes, exactly. The way the maps are designed, the way that map is designed on horror difficulty, is that there is an intended path for you to follow, and they make it as simple as elementary school. But then you have it to where as soon as you enter, they all can just jump you straight away. It's like, wait, you gotta teleport to a near spot. Or, if you can take the damage as a gladiator, you can hopefully walk all the way down. But even then, it's just a matter of you attacking all that you aggroed and keep striking until you kill them all, and hoping that there is some de-aggro at a point to where you can actually use some potions, recover, take a deep breath, and then just take a step forward afterwards, only to deal with another crazy ambush.
Greetings!
Thankfully, at the time, my gladiator was able to deal some crazy damage to them. Yeah, the idea of balance was... oh, it was so crazy. If you find a ring of speed, that would be really good. Now, as far as I remember, axes, they have a strength and vitality requirement. And they're usually pretty close to each other. Oh, yes. Like, he definitely can dual wield when it comes to blunt weapons and blades of various kinds. But the axe, oh my goodness. It's crazy how much faster he can attack with an axe. I got something for you. Give me just a minute. I think you'll really appreciate this. This won't take very long at all. There you go. I think you'll have fun with that. A long time ago. That was something I had since 2018. I've learned to appreciate the Hell mod over the years, and there were a lot of lessons that I learned as well. And when it comes to different patches, like I have a different folder for each patch. That's one of the lessons that I've learned, because there may be some changes that you are not going to necessarily like. And so if anybody were to, update into a new patch or what have you, and if they just wanted to play with the changes that actually allowed them to be carried in a sense, it is. Blizzard's Mangle of the Sky with mana regeneration? Nice.
Greetings! Greetings!
Now, in regards to this being a different folder that I'm currently having these characters on, you're gonna find a lot of really cool stuff that you'll enjoy. Oh, there it is. So, what was my aim here? There's 130. The strength is 130 at max. The magic is 140 at max. The dexterity is at 210 at max. And I believe it's 130? No, not 130, like 150 maybe? 150.
I can see what you see not. Vision milky, then eyes rot. When you turn, they will be gone. whispering their hidden song. Then you see what cannot be. Shadows move where light should be. Out of darkness, out of mind, cast down into the halls of the blind.
Now, the file that you currently have via DM, that is not the file that I'm currently using. The file that I'm currently using for my live stream folder, it's very different. It's a whole mixture of things in here. Yeah, there are some. But not all of them. But there are some. It's due to how long ago that particular file is. Exactly. There are some. It's due to some patch changes since the last time that file has been optimized. So you're going to find some items that are trying to adjust to the patch change, and that's where the morphs take place. I didn't mean to do that. He actually tried to run. Look at this guy. Hey, this isn't Chamber of Bone now. Come on. These guys clearly hit harder. They're nightmares. They're not unseen. Too much basic gear. Look at that. One magical item. Oh, there was something I wanted to ask you about. So, you know that there's going to be a remaster and a remake in a way for Final Fantasy Tactics, right? Well, I had no idea until I saw a report on the internet on how Square Enix lost the source code for their own game. And so they had to rely on emulation for the remake, well, yeah, the remake remaster to actually be available. So it's thanks to digital preservation that we're gonna have one in the first place. Indeed. Yeah, I'm not saying by any means that it's completely brand new, that source code to games have been lost. But it's just more or less when... Alright, I understand. I'll hold off until you come back. Yo, hey guys, what's up? Okay, you guys like surrounding me, I got it. Really? That's pretty early. I like it though. It's not bad. Alright. Yeah, I think, what was I saying before? Right. I'm not saying that it's anything brand new in terms of source codes being lost. But with official video game development companies relying on this digital preservation to create remasters and all this means for me personally is that they can't necessarily deem these ROMs illegal anymore. I mean, sure, they could pretend that they are illegal, but it's more or less hypocritical in a way. And I say it's hypocritical because it's not... Why would I say it's hypocritical? Nintendo did it when it came to the minis, like the mini consoles. They're pretty much just selling you the emulator. And I know that is based on the games that they had published ages ago. Exactly. So, what is the famous words to live by in regards to the internet nowadays? It's probably been going on for years as well. If buying isn't owning, then piracy isn't stealing.
Now where would I put this?
GOG would be a strong exception though, because at least you own those games in perpetuity. Oh, and let's not forget about when there are official re-releases of games. When you re-release it, there's going to be some features that are obscured in comparison to the original. I hate that. Exactly. Yeah, thanks to GOG, having an official copy of Diablo and the expansion Hellfire makes things really, really cool. I managed to get the Olmo file to work. So, the stash tabs that you will see on the Hell mod, I can also use those similar stash tabs for the original Diablo and Hellfire.
I have no room.
Oh my goodness.
Greetings!
What did I just do? Oh, I'm tripping. Oh my gosh. I could have sworn I saved in town. I'm out of it.
Greetings!
Oh, right. I was thinking to myself, no way. There's no way I'm doing that. I refuse. It's like, but wait, we added multiplayer features to this title. Oh, right. With this, for a subscription fee, you're adding multiplayer features to an old game.
Greetings!
So where you can actually play against other players online. Well, let's be real. In comparison to PC,
Good day. How may I
consoles
serve
fall
you?
short. They fall short without even trying to do so.
Good day. How may I serve you?
But I suppose like the only real console that's worth owning would be a Nintendo, simply due to the exclusivities. It's a strong point. That's understandable. Yeah, I hear that. It's nothing like being in complete control of your save files. Just being able to place them whichever folder you like to at any given time. Just access them. Hopefully I'm not the only one, but I have a major problem. I probably mentioned this already, but there's a major issue I have with live service games. Especially mobile. It's only a matter of time before the servers shut down. There was a mobile game I used to play a lot back in 2013 when it was first released that year. It's called Brave Frontier. Yeah. It's that nagging question that is yet to answer itself until it does, and by then everything is just dead, buried, and gone, and all you have are memories. Which has me going back to the game that, well, the memories of the game that I used to play a lot of when I was in 2013. Now you can say that I was young and foolish back when I was in my 20s because I didn't care about it being free to play, and then what was it, I did my fair share of whaling. I believe that's what it's called. Whaling. I did my fair share of whaling on that game. And my file was at an all-time high, reached max level, had crazy amount of currency on there. And then it was from 2018 to like 2022? No, not 2018 to 2020. 2013 to 2022. There we go. So that's about like a 9-year period. And then suddenly you get a notification online, like everybody gets a notification about how this company is just so sorry to the fans that the service had to shut down. So much money was raked in. Yeah, it's like that pretty much. Long story short, the game is dying in 30 days by there's no offline version of it. They didn't do what Capcom did with Mega Man X. What was it? I think it's Mega Man X Dive? Something like that. They didn't do what Capcom did in regards to that game. They just shut down the servers. No offline version. I think there are very few free-to-play games that actually went that route when the servers shut down. Very few. Man. And I think recently it was Final Fantasy Brave Exvius or something like that. I may be pronouncing that wrong. But I don't care. I swore off of free-to-play games since since that one, since my favorite one had shut down back in 2022, I swore off of them, and I was just like, no way, I'm not doing that ever again. Exactly. And it's not like they were unable to. They could have easily done that in preparation for the service to shut down. As a major thank you, we're going to make this game available offline. So you can have as much fun as you like for however long you like. And you don't ever have to worry about us again. It's not. I mean, surely it's not difficult for them to do that.
Now where would I put this?
There was another game that I found myself playing a lot of that I honestly didn't think I was going to enjoy until I started playing it. It's actually available for the PC, known as Honkai Star Rail. But it's the same problem. It's free to play. It's a live service. I just really can't get into that, because it's more or less they try to lure you into the whole microtransactions thing. I'm just like, man, no, I can't do it. I'm not gonna do this. I have to uninstall this.
Greetings!
You know how it is when it comes to having to save for retirement in the future, being another source of income in the household.
Hello, good friend.
You really can't afford to do any indulgent microtransactions. You can't. What is this? Hang on. I don't know why this is happening. I'll just wait right here until it actually clears up. Okay, there we go. Twitch is just being rather silly. Honestly, there was nothing wrong when it came to my side over here via OBS. Twitch is just being Twitch. What was I saying before? Twitch likes to Twitch a lot. But as I was saying, I mean, indulging in microtransactions sounds cool, sounds fun and all when you're much younger and don't really have those responsibilities. But when you're older, when you're a source of income for a household, when you're trying to save for retirement, having to deal with various insurance like health insurance, car insurance, all that crazy stuff, you can't afford to be messing around with free-to-play games like that. That was another reason I had to swear off of them.
I can't carry anymore.
Exactly. $100 spent becomes 200, and then 3, then 4, then 5, and then it doubles. And you'd be like, Oh my gosh, why did I spend all this? It's like kids these days and Fortnite enthusiasts, when I look at it as a spectator, seeing people put so much money into it, even with Diablo and oh my goodness, even with Diablo Immoral, I don't even call it immortal. I just remove the T. It's completely immoral how that game is. And not surprisingly, Diablo 4 has it as well, despite the fact that people had to pay full price.
Greetings.
So they're paying full price for the live service. And on top of that, there's microtransactions in there. So it's like,
Greetings.
you just can't win either way. And of course, that point you just brought up, that's how they're all designed. They're all designed in the way to get people to spend money. And of course, there's limitations. What is a typical limitation trope? It would be a limited amount of energy. Like, there are certain quests that you can do, but it costs a certain amount of energy. And once you run out of energy, you have to wait for X amount of hours until the energy is restored, and then you can go at it again. It's like you're doing jail time. You have limited no, not jail time, prison time. You're doing prison time to the point where you have a limited amount of minutes to be outside, maybe get a workout in, a limited amount of hours for you to eat, and then it's back to your cell till the next day. How is it that you get more freedom when staying away from free-to-play games? Like how how is that? Those who have created free-to-play games or games with microtransactions in them, the one thing that they were hoping for, it happened. And in full measure, they were hoping for those who play those games would be desensitized to having to pay large amount of money for whether it be cosmetic or boosting reasons. It's like one-time payment for everything, and that's it. There may be some DLC in the future, but it's completely optional. Your game would not be broken if you don't pay for it. What was it? I remember a long time ago, there will be physical copies back in those PS3 days It may have occurred throughout the Xbox 360 as well, where the content will be locked in the CD behind the paywall. You have to pay extra already to unlock the content that's already in the CD. I think that's one of the reasons why I stayed away from DLC at that time. And even now, I don't like DLC. DLC model is predatory, just as well as free-to-play and... well... So, what do we know that's predatory so far? Microtransactions, predatory. DLC, also predatory. Oh gosh. So many nightmares here.
I can't carry anymore.
Some of my favorites that I've seen on Steam is where some DLC will be around the same price as the game. It's like, yeah, it'll be the same price as the game on release date. You're just like, why would you do that? And there are people who would pay for it. They're so convinced that they're getting a good deal. No. And another thing that'll reel them in would be the Steam sales. Up to 90% off. It's like, come on.
I have no room.
I say there's got to be a point in time where you just... what is it? Erase your card data history. Just completely remove that from your account. Remove the card history from your account. Just do it. And don't look back. Your sanity will thank you later. Quick attack. Quick attack. Quick attack. Why do I have 2 rings and a bangle that consists of quick attack? Oh, man. Okay. Well,
Greetings.
there are some developers that actually do things the ideal way, the nice way. There are some, no doubt about it. You know you have that good game when it takes you back into a period where you can just play for hours, up to a half day's time, without a care in the
Now, where
world.
did I put this?
You'd be like, oh my goodness, where's the time gone? I've really enjoyed this game. There are a few modern games like that. I'm definitely not going to say that all modern games are bad, because that's definitely not the case. There are a few modern games that are actually pretty good. And one game in particular I've learned to appreciate after seeing the trailer before its release and actually seeing some gameplay footage on it, it reminded me of a time where turn-based installments were very much appreciated and strongly revered. And one of those games in particular, the more I think about it, let's see. I didn't watch too much gameplay footage on Clair Obscur Expedition 33, but from what I saw, it looks really, really nice. It's really cool. And the fact that it's turn-based RPG, like the last time I've encountered a turn-based RPG similar to that one was Final Fantasy X, and I've enjoyed a lot of Final Fantasy X. I mentioned it to Jaime like a while ago that...
I can't carry anymore.
Well, I mentioned it to my brother as well about how 10 is in my top 5, along with Final Fantasy Tactics. Final Fantasy V holds a special place because it's one of the first... It's the first Final Fantasy RPG I've played. And there was a story where my mother had to go someplace. Like, mother had to drive to someplace, but she had me in the backseat of her car. And I wasn't sure where she was going at the time, but when she came back, she showed me a Squaresoft copy of Final Fantasy Anthology. And that was my first introduction into the Final Fantasy series. So the anthology consists of both Final Fantasy V and 6. But of course, as time went on, I became more curious as to what the other Final Fantasies were. You know, the irony, despite it not necessarily being my favorite RPG, Final Fantasy VII was the first one I've beaten. Even before Final Fantasy V, Final Fantasy VII was the first Final Fantasy RPG I've beaten.
Greetings!
Despite it not being my all-time favorite. I don't know how I managed to pull that off.
Greetings!
It's a good one, but it's not my all-time favorite.
I can't carry anymore.
What would the argument be for me as to why it's not necessarily my all-time favorite? It would be, what is it? The main antagonist, Sephiroth. It came down to comparisons between one villain and the other. In regards to Final Fantasy VI, Kefka was that one individual who actually brought the world to the brink of ruin. In Final Fantasy VI, you're just like, oh my goodness, man, this guy is a real maniac. He really doesn't care. He does not care for anything. Not, not even himself, really. It's like... I may even be so bold as to say that he was... If I'm comparing him to another character, it would be like DC's Joker. When you're doing things just to see what will happen, just for the sake of seeing what will happen, you're a madman. No rhyme or reason, you just wanted to see what happened. Just for the sake of seeing it. Hang on, I will be right back. What was it? When it came to Final Fantasy VI, I made it far enough to where Kefka actually turned the world into a world of ruin.
can't carry anymore.
So, I had the mic muted just now because I was talking to my younger brother. And we were talking about good times as to when we used to be creative on paper. We used to like make our own games on paper when we were much younger.
Greetings.
Moments like that. Back when we really, when things were like, you understand, when things were limited back then, we didn't have access to all this crazy digital stuff. We would do some of the most creative stuff on paper, and we'll see how long we can go with it. And you remember when Dragon Ball Z was just the main show to watch? Yeah, it was oh my goodness. There's just some things that you're not able to. Some things in life you just can't replace. You may be able to build on it per se, but you can't place it. You can't replace it all the way. There's no way. Yeah. You may be able to say that I'm a nostalgia fiend. I'm always fiending for like the nostalgic value when it comes to some of the games. If it's a remake that plays very similar, like plays the same way as the original does, I'm all for it. Oh my goodness. LAN parties. LAN parties were this, man. That reminds me of the first time of me playing, really getting into Diablo when I was much younger. I blame my mentor.
I have no room.
I blame my mentor. I blame my older brother. The early days of BattleNet. Back when Diablo had its own server. Alright, let's trade. Let's dupe.
I can't carry anymore.
Who has a godly play of the whale? It will sell for so much gold. When you try to sell it, that'll just fill up your entire inventory. Right? Oh my goodness. That's crazy.
I can't carry.
But then you have players who would have access to spells like Etherealize, the Nova spells, which, crazily enough, they were not available on the vanilla Diablo. They were available on Hellfire, not the original Diablo. Okay, we got 53 magic now base. With Etherealize, magical damage just can't harm you, so when they started using spells like that in the game, it's like, come on, guys. You're going to ruin my game. But at the same time, I couldn't really get mad because I just wanted to see them clean house. There was a lot of player killing back then. in the whole thing about ear collecting. Because the thing with player killing is that every time your character died, there will be an ear that you could pick up from the ground. So there are moments where I thought to myself, why are we doing this? Why are you trying to kill my character? It's like, yeah, see, about that. It's nothing personal, I just collect ears, man. You're sick. No, I'm just playing the game. It's not like I do this in real life. Then there was like the whole trainer thing that took place. I used to do my fair share of trainer usage and duping back then. But when I started playing Diablo the Hell mod and I came to a realization that those glitches were removed, that was when I began appreciating how to truly play the game.
I have no room. I have no room. I can't carry anymore.
And since then, I've deviated from duping a long time ago.
Greetings.
I bet if I were to try, then I'd be able to get the timing down on it again, and like learning exactly when to pick up the item. But it really has gotten to the point that when I try to dupe on the original Diablo, it just doesn't feel right. I just rather play through the game. And in comparison, we were talking about it before, you don't even need to. Oh, yeah. That's definitely a legitimate reason. Tedium is definitely not my friend. I hate tedium. I wonder if there's access to the infested cellar here. Let me see if I can access that here. I probably can, I don't know. Nope, can't do it.
What ails you, my friend?
One thing I'll definitely say is that in regards to the duplication glitch, it's been used in speedruns, but of course, obviously, there's going to be some means of glitching in speedruns.
It's hot down here.
If I recall correctly, there were some speedrunning categories for the original Diablo. for the warrior, the rogue, and the sorcerer. Yeah, someone managed to get it about as low as, I think it was like around that 12-minute mark. Yeah, it's pretty serious. There were some dedicated, dedicated players. Something to be aware of in the original Diablo is that your firewalls could stack on top of each other. So that's also damage over time that is greatly stacking. Yeah, it's around the 12-minute mark to beat the game. A lot of it consists of you getting the firewall spell early. Once you duplicated enough gold, like you keep, what is it? The main objective was to start duping early for your potion, like with the potions that you have. And you start duping until you're able to get patches of 5k gold. What was it? Piles of 5k for each time you dupe there. And one of the spells you're going to want to have early is... Oh my goodness, I hate that. Ruined me. These guys here, they're not playing around. But there are moments where the RNG favoritism just wouldn't be there. Oh my goodness. Ah, my character died. So the thing about the gold and the potions, well, the main thing you will like to dupe is the gold, right? And the way to dupe the gold in that game is that you place it on the ground, you get a certain distance away with your character, and then you click on it, right? But then you have to have your cursor hovering over the item that you wish to exchange and transform into whatever it is you're trying to pick up as you click on it within a specific amount of frames or frame. And when you do that successfully, instead of it being the item that you have clicked on, it will be the item that you intended to dupe instead. Well, let's say, for instance, the item will be known as Potion of Mana. When you hover over it when it's on your belt, as you pick up the, let's say it's like 200 gold pieces. When you click on that Potion of Mana, and if it reads 200 gold pieces instead, while it still looks like a Potion of Mana, then when you drop it on the ground, it will be that gold instead. And there are dedicated speedrunners that manage to get the time down in regards to having to dupe all the gold necessary to, I want to say, around the 3-minute mark. And then from there, they make their way down the labyrinth as quickly as they can. Sometimes they have to use phasing in order to go through some walls, but then phasing RNG can be very fickle. So what is the one thing they'll like to use? Staff of Phasing. That's one. Then there will be a book of
Now where would I put this? I have
Firewall.
I have
That's
no
another. And of course, they want to max out their inventory with potions. Preferably potions of full mana as a sorcerer. But you're doing everything you can to make it to where your character gets down to dungeon level 12.
Greetings!
You have to start all the way from the cathedral, or church if you will.
Greetings!
And you're also trying to avoid certain monsters.
Good master. Welcome to
Another
the
thing
Tavern
they
of
like to
Rising
do is when they have mana shield early, thanks to due to being able to get it from Adria. Another thing they had to worry about was having to deal with the sound line over and over again. I think there was a way to actually change that up by messing with the files. I can only imagine the amount of times that someone had to deal with Adria saying every time you click on her, I sense a soul in search of answers.
I have no room.
That was her favorite quote. I sense a soul in search of answers. And when the RNG is really bad, you have to you have to deal with that over and over and over again. Oh my goodness, that's funny. Right. That's exactly how it would be. It would be just like that. Oh, yeah, that one. Oh, that run right there is... Yeah, that run was heavily manipulated by third-party stuff. That run was not by any means a legitimate run. There were just so many red flags on it. Especially when it comes to, hey, you know exactly which treasure chest to click on and which item you're going to receive when you do so. No one's ever that fortunate when it comes to Diablo. It looked interesting. It's some nice entertainment value. Exactly. But once you make it to dungeon floor 12, you're able to roll Adria for a teleport spell. And that's when the run gets even more interesting. Because no more RNG in regards to trying to teleport to a location with phasing. Phasing is just teleport with a random number.
Now where would I put
And now that's
this?
been eliminated with teleport, you're able to go through dungeon floor 13, find the exit quickly, dungeon floor 14, find the exit quickly. If you find enemies that are weak against fire, use those firewalls, stack them up. And of course, when your character levels up, your top priority with the skill points, of course, is magic and nothing else. In order to increase the duration of your mana shield, due to having high mana.
I have no room.
Another thing was being able to manipulate the sun threshold, by lowering your health down to a certain amount. So what players would do when they were playing as a sorcerer, speedrunners, they would actually use that. They'll use firewall, they'll walk up into it, up to a point where their health is really, really low,
Now
and then
where
cast
would I
mana
put
shield.
this?
This way they won't be stunnable. Yeah, who would have ever thought that having so much health, like, it's dependent on your health there, whether or not if you can be stunned. So what was another thing? Another thing they had to worry about was Archbishop Lazarus' lair. You teleport to dungeon floor 15, make it to the Staff of Lazarus, go to Cain. Once you have the Staff of Lazarus in town, talk to him, of course, and then make your way back to the portal, back to dungeon floor 15. But in order to save time, they will teleport to the vial stand, get the Staff of Lazarus, then teleport to the portal / gateway during the time when it's closed, and then create a town portal right at the spot where they're going to automatically warp to the unholy altar. As soon as they go through the town portal again, back into the dungeon. There were some pretty cool time-saving strats I found interesting.
Rest in peace, my friend.
And there's also... what was it? Yeah, there was also a hardcore mode. Like a hardcore category. Oh my gosh. Hardcore category being that they do not save their game at all. Meaning that if they fail, They just have to start from the very beginning. Oh, that's pretty interesting. What is this? Like purity? No, not purity ring. Okay, it's frost signet. Oh, right. Wait, but there are legitimate speed runs. There are legitimate speed runs in regards to the hardcore category. I think that one was somewhere around an hour. I mean, you can still do your duping and everything, you just can't save your game. You can still try to manipulate the RNG regarding phasing in order to successfully go through certain walls and access stairways down to dungeon levels sooner. You just still can't save your game. But I'm gonna find a speed run, like similar to what I was talking about. These guys are starting to hit hard. But I hit harder. My assassin hits so much
I
harder.
have no room.
Alright, alright. Yeah. Hang on. I'll be right back. I can't stand these guys. Make your way over here, get whooped. But then, what was it? When you make your way finally to dungeon floor 16 after beating Archbishop Lazarus, that's where... Oh man, that fight is going to be something else. It's when Diablo is locked in this room with other monsters. And what you're supposed to do is have Mana Shield ready. You cast that straight away as soon as you enter. And then you teleport in there straight away. Make sure you have Firewall accessible as soon as you teleport, because you have to keep casting Firewall as much as you can while upkeeping your mana, up to the point you casted enough Firewalls. Hopefully you did. And it's also a legitimate, and you can also legitimately kill him by just waiting for the animation to, what was I trying to say? Right. The Firewall spell can continue even when you access, what is it? Even when you hit the escape button and you just let the game flow out past the menu.
Greetings!
So even if your character's dead, if you casted enough Firewalls, you can still kill Diablo. And that'll just be the end of the run.
Greetings!
It's also possible to do that in hardcore mode as well. I'm being silly with my sentence structures.
Hello, good friend.
Good day. How may I serve you? Good day. How may I serve you?
What do we have here? Oh, more dexterity. I appreciate that. Oh, you're blocking. Okay, you're just blocking it for the sake of blocking it. She does not care. Make your way to this great meat grinder if you want to. So you're gonna be dead long before me. I'm not gonna stop swinging. Man, sometimes I feel like playing as the assassin could be like a cheat code, man. She gets away with so much. She gets away with so much. Oh gosh. Scout wishes she could be the assassin. Scout wishes that. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Scout's not all that bad. When they all reach their end game, they're actually even better. Which reminds me, the file that I gave you, it should help you reach the end game. All you have to do is just play a while until play a good while until your stats are really high or they're maxed out, which of course is going to take a crazy good while. And if you're familiar with the spectral elixir farming strat, you'll definitely go a long way. The lowest level you could have with the ability to max out your stats would be level 46.
What ails you, my friend?
Oh yeah, most definitely. Always save. I think everything's good here. I played a decent amount today. I think I did 1-2 side quests. There was one that I botched earlier, and I was like, oh my goodness, I apologize. I apologize for that. But I did manage to get it together. We are on day 7 with the assassin. Oh my goodness. She looks pretty good. The bait stats are really, really nice. I like it. I'm getting there. I'm on my way. She's currently at level 29. I want to say that she will get like maybe 14, 15 more levels until maybe before I reach the end. So from 29 to around that 44, maybe 45. And by then, hopefully I'll have those stats even higher. But she's a real menace. Alright. It is unfortunate, but I am going to have to wrap it up here despite all the crazy progression. It's getting late. This guy has to be responsible. As much as he doesn't want to. And there are times where he doesn't want to be responsible. But he has no choice. He's a grown man. I do appreciate each and every one of y'all. Jaime, ZLG, Horizonte, Sandy Oreos, Forex. Appreciate all y'all. And everyone lurking in the chat as well. I appreciate you guys as well. Until we meet again, and even afterwards, y'all take care. Y'all stay safe out there.